Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a quick hardware swap, but I don't know if it'll be quick. Last time I did this, it wasn't quick. It took a lot longer than I would have liked, but here we go. So, like the video, subscribe, like the Facebook page, follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok. There it is. Okay, so last one we did was this guy. It took way longer than I would have liked, but solid. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the simple stuff first, or what should be the simple stuff first. I believe is this right here. So we're gonna do 1 by 1. 1 piece by piece. And so this hopefully will make this go a lot easier. Boom. Let this out. And then we're going to take a little tension off of this. A little tension off of this. And we should be able to just slide that guy out here. Every single thing is going to be different. Sometimes taking tension off and also not having to worry about the blade. Okay, so these can go elsewhere. And I'm switching everything else to all the hardware to Battle Blue. So it should have a little pop to it, but also be in the same color scheme here. So it should pop, but not like just enough. Just a good accent, I would say. Just going to take the necessary parts out. And I personally like to use, not everybody, I like to use good old-fashioned Loctite, but only blue, not anything more, because I feel like you do more than that and you risk having other issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this guy, the barrel spacer, in and spot. We're going to slide the nut in. We're going to take this though. I'll make sure everything's properly lined up. And going to do this. There we go. And again, this was the part that kind of screwed me a little bit last time, for lack of a better word. It was not fun. Sometimes you gotta be a little. Now, obviously, people, if you want to, you can always, fast forward to see the end result. I don't know what time that will be in this video, but you can figure it out. It shouldn't be that bad. Like, it shouldn't be like that hard to figure it out. Okay. See, just a tiny pop. Just a tiny pop of color. That is all I was going for. And so far, I like it. And cross the fingers that this continues to go smoothly throughout the whole entire process. You know, you never know. Sometimes things get a little hairy or a little funky. Not all the time. Sorry if I hit the camera. Don't mind me. Just trying to be smooth about this. Don't mind the band-aids. That was from work. It was just one of those weeks where things just didn't go my way. Or it was a little tougher than I would have cared for. But, you know. And obviously here, I'm just trying to keep everything in frame while I'm doing this. I will admit, doing this on camera does tend to make this a little bit more difficult. But just because keeping things in frame, or trying to at least, sometimes I'm not the greatest at that, so I apologize. It does tend to make things a little bit harder, but that's okay. It makes things also more interesting, if that's the word you want to use. Hopefully it's interesting to you guys. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're like, this is terrible. This is the worst. And this is always the hardest one because everything else is tight, you know? Ooh. I always love sounds like that. You know, just beautiful, amazing sounds. I think we're a little bit off. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to, because this is still fresh, I'm going to loosen this slightly so I shouldn't mess up the Loctite at all. It just should make moving this around easier. It should make getting this one in easier. I'm just going to, circle. Same process. Over and over. I like you doing this way, that way everything kind of stays together. It's an easier process instead of taking everything apart. The only time I take everything apart is when I legitimately want to clean everything. I think I already switched it without remembering that I did. It just makes it easier to clean when you take everything out. But since I'm not cleaning, just putting on new hardware, I don't feel like I need to do all that. Tighten everything. Tighten everything. Okay. Alright, so there's that. There's that. See, it's really just a tiny color difference, but I like it. And also check that. No, we're good. Make sure that's not super tight. Nope. Because believe it or not, these screws can't affect this. Okay, and obviously the blue back spacers. Okay. Next, let's do the pivot, which, in all honesty, is my least favorite part. But so be it. Here we go. Honestly, so far, normally that is the hardest part right there, what you just saw, typically. because some things just don't line up. So we're not going to do much other than take this guy out here, right? I can't get it with my hand yet. I can almost get it with my hand. So one thing about like the scales being working finish is scratches kind of go along with the finish. It really makes that desirable because this is going to be a user, like a heavy user, and so when this is on a job site, I don't really worry about it nearly as much as other hinders because of working finish. Working finish is great for that purpose. Because then I don't have to really worry about it. It goes along with the working finish. It makes sense. So I'm not going to do this. Okay, may have done that too tight. Not tight enough, it would appear. So, nice. It's a little blue poking out. Pretty nice. There. Centered. No play. Beautiful. With good, really good action. Last but not least is this in the clip. I am actually going to use Battle Green for the clip. I think it'll be a little extra pop. I typically stay with 3 color rule. So it's 3 different colors. Silver and gray I really kind of count as one. That's the only instance where I'm like, it's fine. It's just because of that. This will be a quick change. We'll probably do the over treble stop, and then we'll do the clip last. It only makes sense just because of how it is. And this guy, what side are you again? Might have to get my other set out here. I think it's a 6. I could be wrong, but yeah, maybe see if a 7 fits better. I thought it was 6. Yeah, it's a 6. Different screwdriver. It's always good to have multiple screwdrivers with you. Multiple sets. Okay. Sorry about that. We have some sickness going on in the house, so. Oh boy. There you are. That that tiny screw is not my favorite thing. This, because this is the over travel stop and whatnot, and also keeps there's also a lock bar stabilizer. I add a tiny bit of Loctite so it doesn't shift. Just a wee bit. Alright. So there's that. Nice blue pops. Just how I wanted it to. This pocket screws. Maybe one day I'll change the color to something other than silver. But it matches the other silver hardware, so I'm not completely set on changing it. Alright, so far, I think this is going way better than the last time. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Last time it was a nightmare. I check to see if there's any tappage. Nope, clear. No, ding, ding, ding. There you go. So, this is what it looks like right now. And we'll see if it stays. But I think it's a nice pop of color. Alright. So, this guy's going to see a lot of use. And it has for a while seen a lot of use. It's my work carry. So it's fun. I like it a lot. Let's see, did I do that right? This is the standoffs, not the screws. So I'll take these screws and I'll put this in that box. Okay, I was like, something's not right. But yeah, so this will continue to be a work carry. I just wanted to give it a little bit of color, not anything crazy. Okay, now I've gone crazy. This is the lock bar stabilizer. This is the handle nuts. 1, 2, 3. This is the screws. Helps to not be distracted. This goes here. I know they're not the same, but this will keep everything in order. And the one pocket clip was here, so this can go in there. Ta-da! Put this here, and then this lays back in here. This goes back in its case. Over here to the side. If you ever want to know exactly what I use for disassembly of everything, let me know and I'll share, because I've used this stuff for many years. It is very helpful for hinders of all kinds. Just make sure that your nuts on this side are cleaned out. I didn't this time, but that was what was the problem with the last one. But yeah, this is gonna be it for this one. I will see you guys in the next one. Please like the video, please subscribe, please follow Instagram, like the Facebook page and the TikTok, and I will see you guys in the next one.